Hello, and welcome back to the altars. So we're going to, I think last time we met I mentioned we were going to just have a base day today. We're just going to sit at the base, we're going to let resources roll in, and...
How are you?
Oh, he's just weirdly watching me sleep. Okay. The altars are happy you're continuing to make sure they eat well. Good. Okay. We've got, let's see, command center and workshop. So, as I mentioned, we're going to be queuing up these anchors today. We're going to need a lot of these polymers. We need another 10 immediately before we can do any kind of work. So, we should probably get to it. Refinery is here. And yeah, we do have enough organics, we do have enough minerals. A few more organics and we can make another bunch. Right.
Hey, looks like we're running out of radiation filters.
Right. And we'll have radiation filters that we need to make as well.
I feel good about today.
Looks like everyone else is just starting to get to work now. They all seem to start the day at 8, but they seem to then have breakfast in the kitchen before they head out, which is fair enough. What about queued on here? So it's queued up radiation filters, some repair kits, drill charge, mining outpost. And we want a bridge anchor queued up as well. Now that's going to take a lot of time to build all of this, which gives me plenty of time to actually get everything we need. Oh, we need the radiation filter on. I think we've got it on. Okay, yeah, so we've just... It said that we hadn't got filters in that, we actually have.
We're dangerously low on repair kits.
But yeah,
My workplace is damaged. Should I work on this while you're scheduling repairs?
Yeah, you try and get it fixed yourself if you want.
Want me to take a look there? You need me to take care of this?
Um...
Am I needed there?
No, right, so no one can work outside is basically what it's telling me at this point. So in fact, let's get some people to work. We can't assign our scientist back to there. Because he is without his... Like, he can't work at the lab if it's currently offline. Technician Jan might as well be on base duty. We are kind of screwed then. This is kinda... yeah, screwed us. I guess in that case, we might as well put Botanist Jan in the greenhouse as he suggested. And the miner can probably just chill out for now.
Should I resolve this?
Work these... Oh, crap, wrong button. Yeah, he can now go to there. We've now got the base maintenance thing available, so the miner can get doing that.
Take care of this now.
Base maintenance. Sure, you can work in the kitchen. Okay, we're actually kind of good on stuff. In spite of it all, we did actually manage to get some, well, no, we've still not got enough organics, have we, really? We could almost just sleep this one out. And we might as well. That magnetic storm has really wasted the day. Well, nothing's broken, but we're still hit by the magnetic storm. We're now all being slowly irradiated. Everyone's at about a quarter of the radiation that they can take. We're gonna have to remove that, aren't we?
Looks like we're low on rad filters.
What do we need for a radiation filter? We need organics. This could be a problem. We'll just have to get a bit irradiated.
Hey man, we're out of this stuff. Do something else.
That's the refinery. We want the workshop. Should be just through here. Oh. Did we run out of time? We might have run out of time. Yep, literally. So let's try loading the previous day. I'm trying to think how we can get around this. I think I might not have an idea. I might have an idea. So, this is where we started to the episode. Right. What we're going to do is we're not going to create a bunch of polymers in the refinery. We're just going to have to put the bridge on hold a bit longer. We're going to go metals and organics, using up those enriched metals that we've got. Right, plenty queued up there. Everyone is assigned correctly.
Jan, looks like we're low on rad filters.
Now that's giving us plenty of organics and metals. Enough so that we should now be able to get to work on the radiation filter. Probably make several. There's the magnetic storm. Right, let's get everyone assigned. So, no one can work outside now. So the technician and the miner are going to work here. The greenhouse is going to have the botanist. So that we're all doing something. Everything's starting to fail. New wood. And we're going to keep just building everything in here. We've got a number of radiation filters now. And we're able to produce the rest of this. Oh. We've hit the point where we're tired. We can keep going, but it's going to take more time. Radiation filters, how many have we got loaded?
Long day, huh?
We've got enough for another 14 hours worth. We'll sleep, and we should be able to get up and, yeah, get that filter fixed. We haven't got the big timer at the top yet, so just keep going. Organics wise, we could probably use a bit more.
Yeah, I noticed we're missing a few rad filters.
Right, so the rad filter's worn out. So get this queued up and done.
There's nothing more to do.
They'll
Should I move
survive
there?
I hope it's gonna... Am I gonna have to like manually change the queue here? Because it should be. Right, what do we need for a radiation filter? 40 organics. We have 28. We can get it done. Right. 33, 38, 40. It's queued the rad filter. We're gonna run out before we finish the work on it, aren't we? Yeah. I'm gonna have to change the uphold queues. We're just gonna have to change them because the other stuff's getting in the way, isn't it? Though that said, if I just did more work in the refinery so there were more organics, I think, available. Right, hang on. More organics. That's what we need. Just get about... So we need 80 organics.
You do know we're running out of radiation filters?
Right.
I feel good about today.
When he comes past and says he feels good about today, which... the irony there is brilliant. But that means it's time to get to work.
Looks like we're running out of repair kits now.
Right, everyone's back in, and we need them on greenhouse, base maintenance, base maintenance. One radiation filter is in. The second one is in. A third one is loaded in. Lovely. Right, that's all the radiation filters we're going to need for a while. Just so that we don't run out though. So I think it will automatically queue them if there's stuff there and it pushes it to the top. So if we just make sure there's enough organics, we should be fine. Right, looks like that's failed at the moment, so we'll want to wait a while anyway. Oh, and it's gotten late already. Right. Ah, stuck on the wall. What do we have in storage then? We have 2 radiation filters. Right. That should be perfectly fine then. We do burn through them faster though when there's a storm, so... We do want to prioritise that quickly. We're not out of radiation filters yet, but...
We'll survive the storm, I know.
Is someone getting to this? You know what? I'll do it.
FYI, looks like we're running low on repair kits. Our workplace is damaged. Should I work on this while you're scheduling repairs?
Hello, Jan.
Hey, looks like we're running out of radiation filters.
Yep, I'm getting on it on the radiation
The module
filters.
needs repairing. Should I work somewhere else for now?
I'm on the workshop, that's fine. Mind you, you know what? Yeah, botanist can work the workshop. I'll get on the refinery. Which should be, yeah, it's all repaired. We should just... How are we doing now on radiation filters? We have... none. That's a bit worrying. It looks like, though, it's just queued up, one up, because we've just moved 40 enriched... Well, 40 organics had just been... You can see at the bottom there, they've been kind of earmarked for use. And a radiation filter costs 40, so I'm going to assume...
Would you like me to go there?
Sure, you can go to the kitchen. Is there nothing queued? Oh, there is. Alright, let's keep working on radiation filters. We're gonna have to finish this before we go to sleep. We have to. Done. How are we looking? Surprisingly, with all those warnings that came up, because we've got 2 people on maintenance, we're actually doing alright. Let's sleep through the night, hopefully the storm's over. I'm guessing the amount of storms and everything is going to get more and more as the sun gets closer, so we really want to finish up now. It's dangerously close. Anomaly activity has increased. New resources appeared on the surface. New internal vein appeared on the surface. We want to leave. We need to leave. I'm guessing then, so the closer you leave, like the closer it is to the sun, the more stuff, but the crazier it gets to survive. And that maybe is something that you want to do end game, but for us right now, that sounds highly dangerous. Let's get everyone assigned. So he's assigned there, base maintenance, there's no repairs needed. How are we looking for stored food? We've got 4 cooked meals and some mush. How much do we have in storage, like food wise? Yeah, okay, so what we want is the kitchen wants botanist Jan. We want these 2 out on enriched material. Enriched minerals will be technician Jan, and organics will be miner Jan. Speaking of, how is everyone doing on radiation? Radiation filters stopped us from getting much. Right, okay, so we did, in the end, we did quite well. We need these things queued immediately, which means we need organics.
Should I do this now?
No, we will assign you some research. Oh, a suit upgrade. Increase the capacity of suit battery to 8 and radiation resistance to 20%. Not bad. Can't afford that at the moment though. Analyze magnetic. Yeah, the magnetic storms and a way to predict them is a very good idea. And then we'll go with this material conversion as well. The miner is injured. Oh, he's really injured, isn't he? Right. We'll put the technician Jan on organics.
There's nothing more to do here.
And we're going to
Should
have to
I
go
move
and
there?
talk to the miner later. Kitchen mineral outpost. No. What we want you to do... Actually, minerals. We might need him on minerals, actually, yeah. That might be a good shout. Yeah, okay, he can go on minerals.
Am I needed there?
No, you need to rest up. We're going to need to build that infirmary soon.
Jan, there's an issue we need to discuss. Let's meet.
You've developed a forecaster that detects magnetic storms. It's always visible in your HUD. The forecaster will display a countdown if it detects an incoming storm. It has an effective range of 7 days, so you'll have time to prepare. Okay. Nothing queued. Right, we need those polymers. We do have enough organics for some polymers.
I'm not interested.
Let's see if we can push a bit further. Right, okay.
Hi.
The social room. Scientist and miner. An accident
I
again.
heard you had
Yep.
another accident. Are you okay?
Don't worry, I'm fine. It's fine. It's not because of the painkillers, I swear.
I think we have to take him off them, don't we? I don't want him to lose an arm again.
Yeah, sure. Sorry, but I'm gonna have to take them away from you.
Ugh. You have no idea what you're doing to me. Heartless bastard.
He does not like that. Right. You wanted to
You
talk.
wanted to talk? Yes. I managed to come up with a satisfactory magnetic storm prediction system. We'll be ready for the next one when it comes. If it comes. Great. I feel safer already. But that's not all. While analyzing the nature of this phenomenon, I discovered something very curious. You do know how dangerous it is to be outside the base during a magnetic storm, right?
I do now. Yep.
I do now. The radiation levels go crazy. It can be lethal. Well, it might be hazardous to health, but if you're a risk taker, it could also be worthwhile. What do you mean? I've been performing some observations, and it seems that the energy of the magnetic storm stimulates certain resource deposits to be more active and productive. 2 types of deposits, to be precise. Organics and rubidium. In practical terms, it means they can be mined much more efficiently during a storm. Isn't it fascinating, Jan? Those resources are in tune with the magnetic field somehow. It's like a mysterious, unheard-of ecosystem.
Okay. We need to make use of that.
Absolutely. We need to make use of that discovery.
With
Of
an
course, go for
appropriate
it.
amount of
As long as
radiation
you don't
juice.
send me out there.
How are we doing?
Hey, so, how am I doing? According to your high standards? You want me to tell you? When you're successful, you know it. You don't have to run around asking people. Is success really all that matters to you? What else is there?
Love and friendship, I
Love.
guess.
Friendship, bonding with fellow human beings. That's so naive. We are born alone and die alone. Lovers and friends are just a way to forget about that. Tell me, did you never even try to do something significant in your life?
I remember being very motivated in the first years of my studies.
Motivated and competitive.
Yeah.
So, when did you stop pushing?
I didn't want my life to be just about work. Preferred easy money. I think this guy he needed the money, didn't he? That's what
I guess
he
I
needed.
just preferred to earn money without too much effort. So, when I got a good business offer, I kissed the university goodbye.
The beginning of a downfall.
Why did you stay at the university?
Because of a scholarship I didn't get.
Wait, you mean the one we had in our pocket?
Lost in the final round, yes.
Oh yeah, I took that hard.
So did I.
It motivated me.
I stayed to have a go at that scholarship next year, and I succeeded.
Wish I'd done the
Wish
same.
I'd done the same.
Of course. But then, you wouldn't be you anymore, would you?
It'd be me.
By the way, it's totally understandable if you prefer that. It's simple, Jan. I'm successful because I'm the version of you that doesn't get discouraged by failure. Imagine what I could achieve in your role here.
I can be just as
I'm
efficient.
pretty sure I can be just as efficient. We'll see about that.
He's eyeing up the leadership role. Right. Okay, Miner is no longer drugged up. Things are going alright. We need to sleep. Right. We need those anchors today. So, let's see, what's everyone assigned to? Research lab, minerals, organics. Can he work? Like, how? The alters are arguing in the kitchen, oh dear.
Long day.
Yeah, sure. Let's work ourselves to death.
A whole day?
The alters
No
are
way. We're
arguing,
on a tight
or
schedule
argue about
already.
taking a day off. One of them believes they should treat themselves to a whole 3 day. The other fears that wasting so much time would slow them down too much. If we are overworked, we could use day to unwind and regain our strengths. The alters won't be working tomorrow. We're not. I'm sorry, but we cannot take a day off at the moment. Not in the situation we're in. Like, we need these things done. That magnetic storm basically was a day off. Right, we need more organics to make another polymer package. The miner is in town. I'm assuming that he shouldn't really be working. So he's frustrated but motivated. Like, this is quite nice. He's a bit gloomy. He's motivated, highly motivated. The miner is insecure. The pain in my hand is unbearable.
Am I needed there?
I feel nervous about giving him work, but it's like telling us he should be at work. He keeps asking, should we send him in? Should we? Well, I tell you what, let's In that case, I guess we'll put... And which ones will have Technician Jan on it? And we'll put him on Organics. And we should have enough for another polymer package here. And then if we do 2 more metals and organics, we should be able to then do another polymer package.
I'm done. Should I do this now?
Research. What can we do? We're kind of just doing it for the sake of it at this point. We'll do some new base items, I guess. Okay. While we're waiting on more resources, let's get to work on those anchors. We're gonna have to decrease the uphold on this, aren't we? I think, because well, we do need to make them, I guess. One bridge anchor
I'd like to
complete.
draw your attention to something.
Done. Right. Oh, he's in the kitchen at the moment.
Long day.
What you wanted to
Hey,
talk?
something you wanted to discuss with me? Remember our little chat about success?
Yeah? What about it?
I wanted to suggest we push harder.
Tell me.
Crunch hours. Clean and simple. A lot of productivity is wasted on socializing, binge watching a series for the 100th time, or just pointless moping about. People can work till they drop, you know. It's been done before in emergency situations.
Won't everyone hate
Won't
me?
everyone hate
They
me
will.
for it? Of course they will. But if you want to achieve things, you need to learn to push people and stop caring about what everyone thinks, like a teenager on prom night. Still, it doesn't sound like something I could keep up forever. No, but even doing it at small intervals can drastically speed up the completion of crucial tasks.
Okay. I'll try it later.
I don't know. Maybe I'll think about it and try later. Ever seen a good captain hesitate? If you want to do it now, or you'll get them used to procrastinating.
Announce crunch via the assignments. You now have the ability to toggle crunch hours. They'll be forced to work 12-hour shifts. Right. Okay, we need to queue up some organics. Well, some polymers. Don't we? So if we queue up the polymers, it'll use up the organics so that they can't be used by radiation filters. But we do still need to keep making those. We have a call as well.
Lucas? What's up?
I thought I'd check up on you. How's that bridge going?
Not so peachy.
Not so peachy. I have to admit I'm struggling a little to make it in time. Why do you ask?
Well, I just wanted to tell you again how important what you're doing is. You know, collecting rubidium. In case you forgot, which would be totally understandable. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want you to feel pressured. You don't have to worry about it now if you've got more important things on your list. Just, don't forget about it completely, okay? Keep it in the back of your head, please, for when you're less busy.
Okay, Lucas. Noted.
Perfect. Speak soon.
Right. Well, on that note, let's end the day there. We have 8 days to get out of here. So yeah. And there's a malfunctioning dorm. Oh dear. Have they all been crapping on the floor or something? Right. It sounds like, yeah, there's an issue going off up there. Must have been a short circuit or something, it says. Right, okay. Right, that needs fixing then. We'll call it here though for the episode. For now, thank you very much for watching. This has been the Altars, and we've got 8 days, so we can take it slow. How good are our materials at the moment? If we look at it, like down at the bottom here, so we've got. It is all going to come down to organics. It's really going to come down to organics. Like, how many organics can you make? And yeah, we are just going to want an absolute ton of organics. Let me think. So we need organics for the polymers to make the bridge. So we'll need 60, I believe, organics for that. Then we need to keep producing the radiation filters that requires organics, and we need to keep producing the what else was it? So there's the radiation filters, there's the yeah, food as well. Food will require organics. Did we ever get that recycling thing researched? Base. The recycler. It's a module. It might be an idea to look at some point, probably next episode, like things we could add to the base maybe. A recycle would cost 30 minerals, but would start producing more. At the moment, I believe that would be if we're included as well per person, because yeah, it doesn't say per altar, it's per person, which makes sense. That produce 25 organics per day, and it only has 2 mass. It's tiny and fits anywhere. We could easily put that on. And I wouldn't mind an infirmary when we get enough stuff. Right now we have enough minerals. We just need those organics, and then once we've got those organics, we then need to make more organics to act as fuel to get us moving. And the more stuff we build in the meantime, the more stuff we're going to have to move, which makes that more difficult. So we should probably wait until we've moved before we make the infirmary. Is probably a good idea. And same with radiation repulse, which I think we should definitely consider building these very quickly. What we should do is push this place right up to the limit. Get the bridge built, but then don't just immediately leave. Get a bunch of materials, so when we arrive at our next destination, and we won't build anything, because again, you start looking at the mass of these things, they're quite hefty. But we can have a load of stuff in storage, and we definitely should. So we should fill up our storage and just be ready to build a bunch of these things, like be able to do the radiation repulsor, the infirmary, a recycler maybe. Get all that going and start off strong when we get to the next location, which we need to do quickly. For now though, thank you very much for watching. This has been The Altars, and we'll get started with that in the next episode. I'll see you then.